Think about the people you instantly feel comfortable around. They're not always the funniest. They don't necessarily say anything impressive, and yet people lean toward them. If this sounds like something you've noticed but can't quite explain, stick around and we'll unpack why and how to become charismatic and likable without trying to be. Welcome to FuggaBRAT. I'm Shelbi Fox, and today we're talking about charisma. Not the performative kind, not that forced confidence kind, the kind that makes people feel good just being around you without you doing anything extra. Yeah, that's the kind that I like. Most people think charisma is something you either have or you don't. Well, newsflash, you're actually born with it. You must have missed the memo. Just kidding. So instead of working with it, people either fake it or avoid social situations altogether. So you might overthink what to say or replay conversations afterwards. You might worry you talked too much or maybe just not enough. You might feel invisible in groups or feel like you're on when you're around people and then just exhausted completely afterward. So, charisma kind of is a little bit misunderstood because people focus on how they appear instead of how they affect others. What I mean by this, so what charisma actually is, it's emotional ease. When people feel relaxed around you, they feel more seen. They feel comfortable being themselves. So, likability grows when people associate you with ease rather than effort. And the good news is that it's all a learnable skill. So, why do people struggle with charisma? Great question, right? Most people are too focused on themselves. How am I coming across? Do I sound weird? Was that dumb? Do they like me? That internal monitoring creates this tension inside of you. And that tension is exactly the opposite of charisma. So, charisma shows up when attention moves out. So, you're asking, how do I become more charismatic? Here are 6 ways that I can tell you on how to be more charismatic and likable. First of all, slow down your responses. Charismatic people often pause. They let moments land. They don't rush in to fill this silence. They don't jump in immediately. Slowing down signals comfort, and comfort draws in people. Try answering just one beat slower than usual and notice how the energy just shifts. Number two, react more than you perform. So people remember how you respond to them more than what you actually say. So a raised eyebrow, a genuine laugh, a thoughtful, huh. Reaction builds connection faster than storytelling. Let people feel interesting when they're around you. Number three, match the energy before adding energy. So, likable people meet others where they are. They don't overpower quiet moments or dampen the excitement, Debbie Downers. Matching the tone creates this subconscious trust. Once trust is there, influence follows and it just follows naturally. Number four, speak from experience, not explanation. Charisma drops when conversations turns into big long lectures. Share moments, not conclusions. In other words, I noticed this happen. This surprised me. I didn't expect that reaction. People connect to lived experiences more than this polished insight. Number 5, use fewer words. Concise communication feels confident. Charisma increases when people leave space instead of stacking these sentences, like I tend to do. Say the thing and let it sink in. Number 6, let other people finish. Now, interrupting often comes from excitement, not rudeness like people say, but being fully present until somebody finishes builds a little bit of safety, and safety is magnetic. So, here are some real life examples where you can spot these types of people. The most likable person usually isn't the one with the best ideas, but it's the one that makes the meetings feel more fun. In friendships, the person people keep calling on is the one who listens without rushing in to fix things. On dates, chemistry grows when you're more curious about your date. In social settings, people gravitate towards whoever feels grounded instead of whoever feels impressive. Online. Now, online, this is a good one. Authenticity outperforms every single time. Think about bloopers, right? Right. Now, why does this even matter? Charisma, it's about removing pressure. When you stop trying to manage how you are perceived, people experience you more clearly. Ease invites connection. Connection builds likability, and likability builds what? Influence. Now, for the fun part, here are some practical ways to use this daily. So, try this. Pause before responding once per conversation. Notice when you're rehearsing instead of listening. Listening's a skill, guys. Allow silence without fixing it. React instead of explain. Let conversations end without forcing closure. It's these small shifts that create noticeable changes, and it creates them rather quickly. So think about this. You don't need to be louder, sharper, or even more entertaining. People remember how it felt to be around you. Ease is attractive, presence is memorable, and charisma grows when the effort steps back. That's all for today. Listen for more conversations about the subtle habits shaping how people experience you. If this landed, like it, share it, or send it to someone who overthinks social situations. And remember, as always, where you are is where it's at.